Hi, how you doing? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me and Dorothy on this walk and chat. I've recently been reading's the wrong word, studying the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. And I say you study it. It's 81 chapters of wisdom, I suppose, teachings. They're very hard to get your head around, very paradoxical in there with in some of their explanations. I was reading and listening to them in the car to try and get my head around what they mean. And Wayne Dyer has got a fantastic book, in which basically he spent a year going through every chapter. I think he spent 4 days reading it, researching it, and a day writing his sort of understandings of those chapters. And one little piece I took say from probably just these 4 hours of listening and reading and going over, was that when we're meditating, and I know, as I said before, you know, people struggle with meditation, and the common thing that people tell me when they're struggling to meditate, and I understand it entirely, is the chatter. And that chatter is there to sort of try and pull us back to normality. But where's that chatter coming from? Where's it coming from? Yeah. And rather than, as I said before, rather than push it away, you certainly need to allow it to pass. Don't place any attention or any energy on that chatter that you don't want to entertain. Just allow it to drift by. But got me thinking, where does that chatter come from? What's making your mind think those thoughts when your body's trying to, or your mind's trying to relax, calm down? Well, the thoughts that run through my mind tend to be things that I've got to do. I mean, I do mine first thing in the morning, to say, before I leave for work. So, start of the day, your mind tends to be filled with what you've got to do for that day. But what I have noticed is that the noise inside, or the chatters, are coming from a place of, well, if I don't do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. So it's almost like you must do these things, which is, I think, it's fear talking. So, if I don't do this today, this won't happen. So it's almost like a fear, which is your ego. Your ego is sort of protection mechanism. You know, it kicks its steps in to protect you. So guess what? And it wants to preserve itself. So it's interjecting to remind you that if you don't do certain things, you'll fail today. So if you notice your ego, you know where it's coming from and why it's happening, you can really allow it to pass. Just as part of meditation, just accept that what your ego's trying to tell you, if it's scared you'll forget and not do it, and then it'll be a catastrophe of a day. Just let the feeling and attach, yeah, as I do. I allow it to go and just tell myself, yeah, we've got that. So, but I just wanted to share that with you. Certainly something I've sort of noticed literally the last few times I've been meditating, and it really does allow you to release that chatter a lot quicker, which can only help the sweetness of meditation, which it has. I literally I was meditating the other day. I literally didn't want to come out. I didn't want to do anything. I could just sat there all day. The feelings inside, you feel your heart opens. You feel full of love for everything, which is what you should do, because everything is you. Everything is you. Well, you are everything, and everything is you. We all belong to the one family of nature. There's nothing without it. I can't see anything other than what I can see. We're all made the same stuff. Nature, whatever you want to call it. So we're all connected. So there's no need to feel any fear. Just feel love. But I hope that helps you with your meditation. It certainly helped me, it really has. But try it out. Just know that those thoughts, just think where they're coming from, and what's the power, what's the energy behind them. And I think you'll find it's your ego, like I have. Right, take it easy. Bye for now.